Hey everyone, what you're about to listen to is all the material we can currently share from our interview with the art director of Assassin's Creed Mirage, Jean-Luc Sala. The content, which ranges from what Mirage is to a focus on Basim, Roshan, the Hidden Ones, and the setting of Baghdad, is organized based on what we can share at the moment, so I hope you do enjoy what we can share today. Without further ado, here is our interview with art director Jean-Luc Sala. So tell us a bit about Mirage. Like, what is the game about? What are its main features and traits?
Yeah,
Easy question.
This is a love letter to AC1 and first ACs, I should say. So back to the roots, back to the DNA of what were the first games, so you can expect a huge city. Some surroundings, wilderness, a lot of sand, sun, and parkour is going to be something. Yeah. So stealth parkour. That's the intention. Coming back to the first kind of what was new in this first game.
Okay.
So historical setting, more grounded, less mythology. Trying to remember and celebrate what we loved. And what is part of the memory, collective memory of what AC is.
You mentioned that of course you took inspirations from AC1. Did you take inspiration also from other past games of the franchise, or like was AC1 the focus?
No, we looked a little bit to what happened in Constantinople.
Okay.
Istanbul, because Ezio came here, and there was some vibes about what we are going to do in the Grand Bazaar,
Okay.
which is the souk, the place,
Yeah.
the marketplace. And honestly, my favorite art direction ever in AC game is Origins.
Okay.
It's full of sand, it's full of sun, and this is very close to what we do. But we also intended not to be like that because it has been done. So
Okay.
we again something you loved, but you must bring something new. And so we were just like, this is so well done. How can we not compete but be one step? Not beyond, but a side step, doing
Okay.
something a little bit different. That's when we decided to not alter too much lighting and trying
Okay.
to keep a kind of natural feeling. To keep our game, we want our game to be more grounded, less
Yeah.
fantasy, more grounded. And we thought that not adding too much filters, color filters, or oversized stuff and stuff and such. We had our own take on a visual AC game in its own, which is not just like usual routine of stuff. So in a way, you will find some camels, desert, caravans, stuff you've already seen, but it's going to feel different.
Okay, so like going back a little bit, like I was wondering if you could discuss the name Mirage. Like, why was it chosen as the title of the project, and also after that, if you can discuss what is the new take on the crest, on the new logo.
Yeah, sure. Okay, the name Mirage. Let's talk about the crest before.
Talk about the
because
crest.
it brings to the
Okay.
name Mirage.
Okay.
As you may have seen, the crest is fantastic.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
I can tell a
beautiful.
bit about the history of this crest. This was always our plan B to have this crest, but it was so much depending of the right artist doing it, and is a calligraphy artist
Okay.
from he's Egyptian, and so we wanted that, but we knew that it was perhaps going to be not what we expected, but we had the feeling that this was the way to go. And we had another crest, and we worked a lot on this crest, really a lot, and saying, let's see what it's going to be, which is the final crest. And we went to something which was really satisfying and going to be the crest. And suddenly the artist delivered what we asked as a test, and we were just like, this is it. This is what we want. This is what we imagine. Not imagine because we are not so confident, but is it going to be good enough?
Yeah.
Impactful? So the other one was just a kind of Crest you have always seen in a way, but with a different detail. So it's but this one is definitely we are really happy about that Crest. We discussed a lot about that. Every time brings smiles to people involved in that Crest. Just like we love that Crest. And as you may notice, there is an Arabic wording into the Crest. So there is a phrase. I won't tell much about that phrase. It's mirrored, and the fact that it's mirrored means a lot. And it's saying about something about Basim, something about AC, so something about what assassins are, and also it's what's in the head of Basim, what Basim is, and so it brings to the word Mirage, because there is you think something is true and it's not,
So of course
everything is true, but nothing is true.
Nothing is true.
And so it's really connected to that.
Okay, that's super interesting.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful logo. Like I always like seeing the new takes on the logo, because they always try to represent something about the main character, but also about the setting.
Yeah.
And they're very much connected to the title as well. So well done on that. Like that's
it's
cool.
It's not bad.
I'm not well done to the team.
It's a team. Yeah, I'm not part of it. I'm just here to say yes, no. But but it's they just did it so well, and it's really this logo is I cannot say this is the best logo we had, because we had a lot of good logos. Everyone is saying, but at least this one is not a shame. It's just like the others. It's telling a lot. It looks nice. It can be your next tattoo. So that's a really really good logo. Sure. It's a very fascinating character. And even in Valhalla there is two Basim. There is a Basim Master Assassin. We don't know. He is looking cool and so on. And there is a Loki character.
Sure.
We can spoil that.
Yeah, I mean at this point, I guess.
Perhaps we can spoil that now.
Yeah.
And he's really truly evil and so on. And when we came back to who was that guy before he knew? What is his backstory? And the backstory was already written in a way. There is a discussion of Basim with Eivor around the fire camp, and he's talking about his past. I'm pretty convinced that he's talking about his past as the later Basim. But there was some clue in his backstory. We knew for sure he was from Baghdad, because it was written in backstories. We knew who his father was and so on. So we were just like connecting the dots and saying let's make him a naive, very fresh young guy, young thief, a street thief of Baghdad, really agile and able to steal stuff, and who would have skills that make him interesting for a certain people trying to defeat bad people in the world, and bringing a kind of balance with the ancient ones. And so that's the beginning of it. So he's skilled, he's fresh, he's young, and he's going to be part of the assassin path. So going to a certain place, we can discuss perhaps later, being trained by a mentor, being an apprentice, showing he's able, and then becoming a master, and then something bad happens.
Are we going to see like him a bit doubting himself, and like you mentioned that there's going to be some kind of...
At the beginning he's overconfident, he's a little bit cocky, he's a street thief, he's gangsta. So he's really like I master what I do, I know how to do it, and but I'm really eager to join those cool guys. We wanted to show the assassins as are kind of Top Gun warriors of their time, and he's really interested to join them for reasons. And as long as he's mastering, he's also discovering he has issues. mental issues and doubts about who he really is. So that's the conflict of the story. So
Okay.
I cannot tell
Yeah, sure.
much about
Of
that.
course.
But his life is going to be a little bit complicated. Yeah. We have more than one
Okay.
important female
Oh,
character.
okay. So there's.
There is one I just want not to talk about.
Okay.
So she's going to be a surprise.
Okay.
And yeah, she's around. And,
She's around.
She's around. She's a.
And she's a kick-ass.
She's helping Basim in a way, and sometimes not. But yeah.
Okay.
But the other one, the one I can talk about, because she's in the trailer, Roshan. She's a master assassin.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
Basim's mentor. She's not the best assassin of that time because there is another one, but she's really, really strong. And in the trailer, the reveal of Roshan is just like, wow, okay, okay, this is an assassin the way I imagine they would behave in such a place. So she's going to train Basim because she see he is fit to be an assassin, but she also have issues with him because she will really soon discover that okay, he is not so fit. Roshan is really she's not the young girl around the hero and so. No, she's 50 years old. She's just kick-ass. She knows the trade. She knows what to do, and yes, she's a very, very cool character. First, no choice. We are supposed to talk about Basim at a younger age.
Okay.
And in his backstory in Valhalla, it was stated that he came from Samara, which is a city north of Baghdad, and Samara north of Baghdad. So we were just like, okay, what is Samara looking like? And every time we were documenting about the place, things from Baghdad were popping up, in documentation, and we were just like, oh, Baghdad seems like a so cool setting. And we started to investigate Baghdad and think that this is a perfect playground, the sandbox for an assassin. So it took perhaps 2 weeks before shifting from a place to another one, and just saying this is going to be Baghdad. It's we cannot miss, if we talk about this period, we cannot miss showing Baghdad. It's a hub of the Silk Road, so you can find people and goods from China to Rome. It's just crazy how big it was, how powerful it was, and it's a capital of an empire. The Abbasid Empire was a larger empire of that time. Everybody knows, Carolus Magnus, Charlemagne, empire, and saying, that's it's so small. The Abbasid Empire from Spain to India, that's something huge. Yeah. So yeah, we realized that we understood that this was the setting. So it wasn't a choice. Yeah. It was just obvious that if we are going to tell a story in Levantine or Middle Eastern places, 9th century, missing Baghdad would have been, wrong. It's just a small city, but it's a kind of tiny world in a way. Okay. So yeah, there is this little fortress on the mountain. Okay, yeah, that's Alamut.
That's very interesting because of course, Alamut was mentioned in past games.
A lot of time. It's the cradle of the. That's where the Hidden Ones started to stop being Hidden Ones and saying we are assassins, and changed the way they interact with the world. They were hidden, and at one point they started to say we are the assassins. That's what we do. We are going to stay hidden, but we have our own place. A place that is ours, not hidden everywhere. So that's the beginning of the assassin's name. It's too early in our game to start to call them assassins because they are not yet there. But they start to have this vision of their future and build a fortress that is going to be their cradle. So we took the opportunity. We took the opportunity to show Alamut.